What's good, YouTube? And we back with another video. If you watched my last video, you know that my file corrupted, it glitched out, and I don't have that anymore. So we're just gonna start fresh from rookie year. And here's the mock draft right now of who got what picks and who's supposed to be going top 10. But I'm gonna go through the whole top 30 right now. As you see, Ty Wallace is supposed to go number 1 to the Rockets. Vinny V is projected to go to the Thunder. JJ Shuttlesworth is supposed to go 3. Chase Williams 4. Then you got Milos, the big center from Lithuania, supposed to go 5th. Calvin Banks. You got Curtis Sutton. You got Radu Erhan. You got Dante Jackson. You got Barry Norris. You got London Davis. You got Tommy McLeod, you got Byron Miller, you got Carlton Baxter, Dennis Callaway, you got Jeffrey Forbes, Jordan Hall, you got Quinn Scott, not Quentin, you got Jeremy Cross, Floyd Fields, you got Edgar Ferguson, you got Reggie Brady, you got Percy Augustine, you got Nikita Klimov out of Russia, you got Genwei Wong out of China. You got Grant Hill out of Colorado State. You got David Maxwell. You got Jeffrey Torres. You got DJ Meeks. And then you got Kelton Tanksley Jr. projected to go to the Pelicans. And we're going to get into the draft lottery to see who gets the number 1 pick right now. Alright. Here we are at the draft lottery. As you can see, the Rockets are projected to get the number 1 pick from Detroit. You got the Thunder, Knicks, Pacers, Suns, Bulls, Spurs, Warriors, Trailblazers, Hornets, Cavaliers, Nets. They got in that trade that they made for James Harden. Then you got the Grizzlies and you got the Wizards, who projected as your top 14 picks. Now we're about to see who gets the number 1 pick. Let's go. And the Wizards stay at 14. You got the Grizzlies at 13. The Thunder are at 12. Front pick from Houston. And the Cleveland Cavaliers go 11. LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets, they're a top 10 team. Wonder who they're gonna get. You got the Trailblazers. They're at 9. And the Golden State Warriors. No, it is not the Warriors. It is the San Antonio Spurs. They are 8. And 7th is the Bulls, stayed at 7. The Suns, who are projected. Oh, top 5. No, the Pacers drop out of the top 5. The Knicks, who are projected 5th, no, it's the Thunder with the 5th overall pick. The Knicks, will they get the number 4 pick? No, the Golden State Warriors jumped up to the number 4 pick. The New York Knicks, will they stay 3? No, the Detroit Pistons, they retain their pick and it's number 3. The New York Knicks. Wow, and the New York Knicks win the draft lottery. The Pistons fall to 3rd. The Suns go to 2nd, and the Knicks with the number 1 pick. Now, the question is, who will they go with? Will they go with Ty Wallace? Will they go with Vinny V? Or will they try to start a new backcourt with either JJ Shuttlesworth or Chase Williams? We will find out in the draft, coming to you next. Welcome, guys. We're here at the NBA draft. The Knicks are on the clock, and the number 1 pick will be Ty Wallace, the 6'8" shooting guard. They take Ty Wallace in the draft. Let's go. He goes number 1 to the New York Knicks. The Suns are now on the clock, and they take JJ Shuttlesworth. Wow, that is a shocking pick. We thought definitely they was going with Vinny V right here to pair him next to Devin Booker, but they're looking in another direction. They say Chris Paul's getting old. JJ Shuttlesworth can learn from him and come behind. The number 3 pick The Detroit Pistons go with Vinny V in the number 3 pick. That's great. They add another wing player that can go with Sekou. They got a young point guard in Killian Hayes. This is a great fit for him. Number 4 pick is Chase Williams. Chase Williams goes to the Golden State Warriors, and he fits their scheme. He loves to shoot the 3, and he's great, tenacious, and he can defend. This is great for Chase Williams. And the Thunder take London Davis, number 5, the 6'5" point guard out of Oklahoma. London Davis gets took number 5 by the Thunder. Guess they're gonna have Shea and him running the show from here on out. We have a trade. The 6th overall pick and the 22nd pick for Christian Wood. Wow, what a big move for the Pacers. So the Rockets now have the 6th overall pick. So let's see who the Rockets take. Number 6, and the Rockets take Curtis Sutton out of Kentucky. 6'5" shooting guard. Well, with James Harden's departure, and I'm pretty sure they didn't re-sign Victor Oladipo, they need to fill that back up. So they said Curtis Sutton is what they need. Jimmy Cross out of Bradley gets took by the Bulls. Number 7 overall. Let's see. San Antonio Spurs. Carlton Baxter, the 6'4" shooting guard out of Stanford. Okay, that's a good pick for them. Adding more depth to that bench. Then you got Dante Johnson, the power forward out of Rice. He goes to the Portland Trail Blazers, and that gives them a great power forward option with Dame CJ. He can pick and roll, and he's a great pick and popper. And the Hornets on the clock. Who do the Hornets get? Oh, we have another trade. The Hornets trade a 10th overall pick for OG Anunoby. So you add another young defender next to LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges. And the Raptors on the clock at number 10. And the Raptors take Jordan Hall out of Houston. That is a great pick. The Cleveland Cavaliers select J.C. Ryan, the 5'10" point guard out of Sacramento State. He had a great college season. Like, you don't see many people out of small schools getting drafted that high. And the Thunder still get the big man that was projected at 12. So they take Milos at 12 and they get their future point guard. That's a great pickup for them. At 13, the Grizzlies are on the clock. They take Tommy McLeod. Okay, the Wizards are on the clock. And they take David Maxwell, the 6'3" point guard out of Michigan. It's a great pickup for them. No John Wall, they're rebuilding. And Jeffrey Forbes goes to team up with Ty Wallace in New York. I really think they should have gotten another wing player, but it's their pick. And we have another trade that has been announced. The 16th overall pick gets traded for a 2022 first round pick and a 2022 second round pick. So the Warriors are on the clock at 16, and the Warriors take Barry Norris to pair up with Chase Williams, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and James Wiseman. Brooklyn takes Floyd Fields. The Kings, and we have another trade. The Kings are trading the 18th overall pick and Buddy Hield for Gordon Hayward and a 2025 first round pick. And the Hornets take Calvin Banks, the 6'8" guard out of Canada. Calvin Banks is now paired next to LaMelo Ball. That is going to be dangerous. Jeffrey Torres goes to get paired with Donovan Mitchell in Utah. Edgar Ferguson is going to Denver to fill out that bench depth that they are building. And the Clippers are on the clock. The Clippers take Dale Jefferson, a point guard that they need. You know, all their guards are getting a little bit older. You know, they got to start getting these young talent in here. The Hawks take Dennis Callaway out of San Francisco. Pick 23. It's the Golden State Warriors, and they take Radu Erhan, the 6'5" guard out of Romania. Remember that name. He's pretty solid. Byron Miller, the 7'1" center out of California, gets took by the Celtics, who added another young great piece. He's a great rebounder, and they said at California he averaged 13.1 rebounds last season. That's amazing. Brooklyn is on the clock, and they take Quentin Scott out of Southern Methodist, SMU, for people who don't know that. And the Bucks are on the clock, and oh, we have a trade. The Bucks trade they trade for Scary Terry. So they trade the 26th overall pick and a 2022 second round pick for Scary Terry. And the Hornets are on the clock again. And who do the Hornets take? The Hornets take Matt Campbell. Wow. The Hornets take Matt Campbell. They compare here to Kevin Durant all the time. Kelton Tanksley Jr. goes to the Raptors. You got pick number 28 by the 76ers, and they take Kobe Justice, 6'8" small forward out of Marquette. And then you have the Lakers on the clock. Who will they take? They take Percy Augustine out of Nebraska. And the Pelicans on the clock. This is the last pick, and they take Grant Hill out of Colorado State. And this is the end of the first round of the NBA draft. Alright guys, you seen the first round. You seen Ty Wallace go number 1. JJ Shuttlesworth went number 2. Vinny V went number 3. Chase Williams went number 4. London Davis went 5. Then we go down further. Let's see, where is it at? The Hornets. We're looking for the Hornets picks because they picked up some great pieces. Then you got the Hornets. The Hornets took Calvin Banks. You know, Calvin Banks, he's a 6'8" shooting guard, point guard. So you got Calvin Banks, who they took. Then they traded again later, and they took Matt Campbell, the 6'10" athletic freak, and he's compared to Kevin Durant. You got Kelton Tanksley, the small forward, the 6'7" small forward who plays point guard as well. And Grant Hill was the last pick of the first round, as you've seen. Now in the second round, DJ Meeks, Reggie Bradley, Jinwei Wong, you got Diego Sosa, you got Christopher, Hubert Justice, Ross Hayes, Nikita Klimov, you got Bradley Black, and then Charlie Miller was the 10th took in the second round, and we're just going to show you the rest. Alright, we're at player progression. You know, all the players progressed. I'm gonna show you the Knicks, because that's the team that I got drafted to. So we're gonna go to the Knicks, look at the player progression. I don't know why Ty Wallace is at 84. He was supposed to be at 80, but whatever. So Ty Wallace is the best player on the team. Then you got RJ Barrett, who's at 82. Emmanuel Quickly is a 79. Obi Toppy is a 79 as well. You got Iggy Brazdegas is a 75. Jeffrey Forbes, the point guard that they drafted for me, he's a 74. Then you got Rasheem Whitley, Alex Hicks, and that's it. So we're gonna look at the moves that was made too. with all the signings. So Frank Kaminsky, Terrence Ferguson, Deontay Burton, they all signed them. Then you got the Bucks signed Kitty, they signed Bismack, JJ Barea. No big signings really for the, no real big signings for the Bulls. They signed Reggie Jackson and JaVale McGee. Nothing real major. They re-signed Lauri Markkanen as well. Andre Drummond re-signed. They signed Jared Allen too. Let's see. They signed Doug McDermott and Daniel Tice. JJ Redick went back to LA. Rashawn Holmes, they signed him. No real signings from the Grizzlies. The Hawks re-signed John Collins. Other than that, no real signing. Duncan Robinson went back. Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn, all re-signed. Oh, Victor Oladipo does re-sign with the, he signs with the Heat. Okay. So Devontae Graham, Lonzo Ball signed to the Hornets. Let's see, Mike Conley re-signed to the Jazz. They signed Jeff Green and Ilyasova too. Let's see, TJ McConnell, no one for the Kings. The Knicks, we signed Dwight Howard. I mean, nothing real big. Let's see, THT re-signed with the Lakers. They re-signed Dennis Schroeder and Caruso. They got Gary Payton Jr. and they re-signed Montrezl Harrell. The Magic didn't make a splash free agency. Cody Zeller, Rudy Gay, and Josh Richardson. The Mavericks, Hassan Whiteside, Kent Bazemore, and Marvin Williams. That's 3 good signings right there for the Nets. Paul Millsap resigns and Alec Burks. Denzel Valentine goes to the Pacers. The Hornets signed D Rose, Josh Hart, and Trey Lyles. Miles on it as well. Jeff Teague and Avery Bradley for the Pistons. PJ Tucker, David Nwaba, Justice Winslow, and Aaron Baines for the Raptors. Lou Will, Luke Cornett, Thaddeus Young, Otto Porter for the Rockets. LaMarcus Aldridge, DeMar DeRozan, and Patty Mills re-signed. Other than that, nothing major. Nerlens Noel adds another defensive piece to the Suns. The Thunder signed Serge Ibaka and Tim Hardaway Jr. Then you got Nico, who signs with the T-Wolves. Gary Trent Jr., Keelan Martin, Blevins, and that is it for that. And the Golden State Warriors signed Willie Cauley-Stein again, and they gave Gerald Green, and the Wizards signed Danny Green, Isaac Bonga, and Poirier. Alright guys, you know, y'all just seen the draft, y'all just seen the free agency. So now, first game is going to be against the Lakers, Summer League. I will bring that to you later on after I drop this video. So please stay tuned, and thank you for your patience. I appreciate you.